come with me.
Welcome to Grandfather Mountain. To begin our audio tour, take a look to your left. You'll see McCrae Meadows, the Grandfather Mountain Highland Games track and competition area for the gathering of Scottish clans held every July. We believe that Grandfather Mountain is one of the most wonder-filled places in the southeast. Hidden among the trees and rocks, you can find an amazing diversity of wildlife that's like nowhere else on Earth. On your way up, this CD will guide you to the mountain's natural wonders and beautiful views. Soon, on the left, you'll be approaching Half Moon Overlook, which is ringed with hundreds of native azaleas and rhododendron. In May, the endangered pink shell azalea is in bloom. Native only to northwest North Carolina, Grandfather has the world's largest natural population of pink shell azaleas. In June, this overlook bursts out with lavender pink blossoms of the Catawba rhododendron. Looking up, you'll see two peaks. The one closer to you is called Linville Peak. The other is simply called Second Peak. The parking area at the summit lies between these two peaks. Your first stop is the picnic area just past Half Moon Overlook. Here you can find picnic tables, grills, restrooms, a walking trail, and a wood carver shop. Track 2, picnic area. Whether or not you brought your own picnic basket, it's easy to enjoy the picnic areas on Grandfather Mountain. One is located at this parking area. Others are outside the Nature Museum and close to the top of the mountain. They're the perfect places to toss a frisbee or simply admire the natural beauty all around. If you're looking for a picnic shelter, keep going to the Nature Museum picnic area. Here at the Woods Walk picnic area, a walking trail with gradual grades and wide paths invites you to soak in the scenery of a mixed hardwood forest. This 4/10 of a mile loop will give you the chance to spot at least 64 species of flowers and plants and 19 tree types. You can find both northern and southern species along the trail, some that range south into South Carolina and Georgia, and others that occur far into northern Ontario, Canada. Interpretive signs along the way will help you learn about several of them. You may have already seen a small workshop located on the outskirts of the picnic area. This is where great American woodcarver Tom Wolfe keeps a shop and chats with passers-by. And if you do want to enjoy a bite to eat in the great outdoors, stop by Mildred's Grill, a little further up the road at the Nature Museum. They'll pack you a picnic to go. When you're ready, continue your drive up the mountain and start track 3 as you pull out of this parking lot. Track 3, on the way to Sphinx and Split Rocks. You're now headed towards Sphinx and Split Rocks, giant boulders that mark the middle portion of Grandfather Mountain. You'll notice the two massive boulders up the hill on the right, two curves above the picnic area. Drive carefully as wild deer sometimes frequent this area. You may already be noticing a temperature change. By the time you reach the top of the mountain, the climate will feel like that of Newfoundland, Canada. This drastic climate change is one thing that sets Grandfather apart. In fact, you can find 16 separate natural communities that vary by altitude, weather, forest, and topography. As one of the most biologically diverse regions on Earth, the mountain supports 73 rare and endangered species. The naturalists are particularly knowledgeable about the wonders you'll see here. To learn more, you can attend free programs in the summer or head out on a guided nature hike. Just stop in at the Nature Museum later on for more information. To learn about the mountain's geography or stop and admire Sphinx and Split Rocks, pull over at the next parking area and listen to track 4. Otherwise, begin track 5 as you pass them. Track 4, Sphinx and Split Rocks. The rocks that make up Split Rock and Sphinx Rock are older than the mountain formation itself. These rocks likely formed in an ancient riverbed in a mountain formation older than the Appalachians. Through millions of years of stone and sediment deposits, these rocks were formed around 640 million years ago. When North America and Africa collided about 300 million years ago, it thrust these rocks thousands of feet into the air. Geologists believe that Grandfather Mountain could have been as high as the Alps or the Himalayas, and has since eroded down to its current elevation of 5,946 feet. Weathering over millions of years split both Sphinx Rock and Split Rock due to ice forming in small cracks, with the divide being most noticeable in Split Rock. Weather has also chiseled the features of a face into the companion boulder similar to that of its Egyptian namesake. However, the Sphinx Rock is much older than the man-made Egyptian Sphinx and weighs more than 2 million pounds. Track 5, on the way to the Nature Museum. Soon, you'll arrive at the Nature Museum parking area. Here you can learn about the mountain's amazing inhabitants through exhibits and free films, or watch live animals in their natural habitats. Turn right and park to visit the Nature Museum, which is home to Mildred's Grill, restrooms, a gift shop, theater, and a natural history exhibit gallery with a NASA-sponsored climate and weather exhibit. This is also the place to park for the picnic shelter, animal habitats, and fudge shop. When you park, listen to track 6. If you prefer to continue up the mountain, skip to track 7.
Oh my God.
Track 6, Nature Museum. The Nature Museum is a hub of activity on Grandfather Mountain for both the inhabitants and visitors, and it's all about wildlife. You can see cougars, bears, deer, a golden eagle, and otters in their natural habitats, not to mention monarchs and other butterflies in the butterfly garden. Black bears are a big part of Grandfather Mountain's history. Unlike cougars, which don't roam the mountain anymore, wild bears do live here, and visitors sometimes spot them. The first captive bear on Grandfather, affectionately named Mildred, was originally intended to be released into the wild. Mildred, however, preferred the company of people, and so for everyone's safety, she was placed in the mountain's first animal habitat, along with her cubs. The animals in the habitats on Grandfather are here because they wouldn't survive in the wild. The golden eagle, for instance, was found with injuries that would prevent him from flying or hunting for himself. From the large picture window in Mildred's Grill, you can also spot hummingbirds and other birds as they dine at the feeders. And you can peruse the museum's exhibits to see beautifully crafted replicas of some of Grandfather's plants, in addition to minerals, Native American artifacts, and more. And of course, no visit to Grandfather Mountain would be complete without stopping at the Fudge Shop. Built with features such as solar heating and bamboo floors to be as earth-conscious as possible, the shop tempts visitors with more than a dozen flavors of homemade fudge. And samples are graciously given. You may want to stay here a while. As you leave the parking lot, remember to go to track 7 to continue the tour to the top.
Where the hell was that, down there?
What?
Holy balls.
The fudge shop?
Track 7,
Yeah, we passed it.
Cliffside.
The Nature Museum.
You're now headed toward the upper parts of Grandfather
Passed it a
Mountain.
while back.
In fact, the next overlook on your left, Cliffside, used to be the end of the road up the mountain until the swinging bridge was built in 1952. Before the road, visitors would hitch up their horses and hike the rest of the way to Linville Peak summit, where the mile-high swinging bridge is now. The panoramic views from Cliffside certainly are spectacular. And for this reason, many visitors prefer the picnic area there to any other on the mountain. On a clear day from Cliffside, you can gaze far across the Blue Ridge Mountains and into the rest of the Appalachians. Mount Mitchell, the highest peak east of the Mississippi, is visible to the southwest. The knoll across the valley with the television tower on top is Grandmother Mountain, a smaller companion to Grandfather. Our next stop is the Black Rock parking area, where we'll talk about walking and hiking on Grandfather Mountain. If you'd like to stop there, go to track 8 once you've parked. Otherwise, start track 9 as you're passing by. Track 8, Black Rock parking area. Many visitors to Grandfather Mountain find that one of the best ways to really experience the wonders of the mountain is to explore a walking or hiking trail. There are 11 trails to choose from, ranging from a gentle walk in the woods to a rigorous trek across rugged peaks. The trailhead to begin many of these hikes is right here in the Black Rock parking area. The Bridge Trail, a favorite family hike,